And away we go.
Take a comfy seat here.
Would you rather have the new one or the old one?
I'll take the new one.
What is going on, Garage Couple fans? On this week's episode, we are going to update our air vents from this to that. Now that is the turbo style backlit ambient lids from AMOFFROAD, and we could not be more excited to show you the install. In fact, we're going to show you the fastest way to install this that's not available on the internet. Does not require you taking out your dashboard if you have a JK model. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and stick around for that install.
Woo! Come check this out, guys.
Aline is extremely excited about this.
So here's the turbo feature. You turn it. You can see from the back side, your vents are opening, shutting, opening, shutting, opening, shutting, opening, shutting, opening, shutting.
Does that add any horsepower, you think?
Probably,
Well, you think 5 apiece, 20 total?
A little more than that.
We gotta have to take it to the dyno first.
Let's go.
For those that don't know us, this is my Jeep Wrangler Rubicon TJ. This is Aline's Jeep Wrangler JK. We like to install parts like this and show you how we do it to ordinary people. Aline is a teacher professor. I am a physician. If we could do it, so can you.
Oh, I love the motivation, Greg. Tell him.
So the very first step, go ahead and take off your doors. No, just kidding. But you know, why not?
You can.
Why not? Fortunately for us, we have this Aries brand fenders, as well as those radar tires and the Rocktrix rims. We get to use it all as our workbench. What do you think?
I love it.
So why don't you go ahead and show us the unboxing?
If you like this product, the link will be in our description. You guys get 10% off, so make sure to read the description below if you want this product.
Now, just before we unbox, a little bit of background. Aline's Jeep is now 8 years old,
Woo.
7 years old, and the interior is starting to look a little bit dated.
Just a little bit. So we're looking for an upgrade. Now, I was really excited about these because of the lights. You are going to have the ability to change the color of the light on the interior vents. Super stoked because it also looks easy to install. So let's get to the unboxing. In this product, you are obviously gonna get the 4 replacement vents, as you see here, along with your harness.
I can't help but notice these look like the Mercedes vents. They have a really nice tactile feel to them when you open and close the vent itself. And just check out how it slides. It's just very smooth. It feels very premium.
Premium quality.
Premium, only for you guys.
So that's it, you guys. It's 4 vents and your harnesses. And that's it.
So one thing to mention, it does not come with an instruction kit.
That's what we're here for.
So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Trash.
Oh, I'm your trash man? Now this is the wiring harness that comes with it. Looks like we got 3 choices. Green, yellow, red, and it's very thin and flexible with a double-sided sticky tape. We'll go ahead and mount this on the dash. It also comes with the harness that has the 4 plugs, 1 for each vent, and then has the control box over here, which just has a ground as well as a positive wire. We are going to show you the easiest way to wire this up, which is even easier if you have one of these, which we can show you on which we've shown you on a previous video. Now this is for all of our lighting accessories, and we actually are going to use it to power this whole setup. But don't worry, even if you don't have one of those, you can go ahead and follow this video and install for yourself. How excited are you?
Very excited.
I think Aline's working on the Instagram reel as I make the video. So the very first thing you're going to want to do anytime you work with any electrical system is...
disconnect your battery.
And which terminal are we going to disconnect? You have 2 choices. A, positive. B, negative. C, leave the battery alone.
A.
False. We're gonna
B.
just go ahead and disconnect the negative as long as that airplane above us allows. So this is what our under battery area looks like, an absolute rat's nest. It has been like this for 15 years now.
We just said 7.
We just said 7, that's pretty awkward, guys. So this is actually from Cascadia 4x4. This is our solar power charge controller for the solar panel that is on our hood. Now, if you're interested in one of those, you go camping or overlanding, go ahead and check out our install video on our channel. Just search solar or Cascadia on our channel and you'll find that whole video.
That's right.
So just go ahead and disconnect your negative terminal using a 10mm socket and we can go ahead and get started. So just to show you how to remove the original vents, there is a tab on the top that is latched onto the dashboard. It's kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. What you got to do is from inside the vent, pull this down. So I like to use a tool like this with a hook on it. You just go up and pull it down and it pops right out. Here's our original air vent. We actually plasti dipped it red. So as you know, this rotates. Now inside of this, there is a little hole that allows you to pop this in. You just go ahead and put your device down. You pull down and it rotate the external ring counterclockwise, just like that. And then you can pull it out. This is what I was talking about. That is what you're gonna have to pull down with your tool there. And if you notice, you may not see it because it's really hard to record, but there's a small little lip there that when you align just right, as you can see on this side, you align just right, it gives you access to pull this down. So you're gonna go ahead and do that to all 4, but the next step is go ahead and grab this side panel. It's just held in with some clips. Just grab it, pops right out. As you can see, we have some of our previous wiring here, which is gonna come in handy. The next thing that you're gonna do is go ahead and grab down here underneath the steering wheel. Pops right out. Just 4 clips.
Everything pops right off the Jeeps, huh? Just pop right off.
And yet they decide to charge 100 grand for some of the newer ones.
Yeah.
But who's asking? You're just gonna come across the other side, do the same thing to the other 3 air vents. Why don't we go to the passenger side? Now, we're gonna do the same thing to this side. I use a plastic pry tool that you could find in our Amazon shop. Just pop this bad boy right out. And then you can go ahead and grab your glove box. Pinch the sides here. That pops right out as well. And last but not least, take out the air vents. I have already done that step that I showed you earlier. You go ahead and do that to all of them. If only it was that easy. And now we're ready. We're in business. Time to just thread some wire and call it a day. So we're gonna actually mount our control box somewhere back here. We'll put some tape around it so it doesn't rattle and make noise. Arlene, how do you feel about putting the controller down here? By your left knee.
That sounds good. Is there any way to put it by the speaker's mount?
Yeah.
Let's put it
We
there.
could do that too. You wanna do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think this is probably gonna be the most challenging part of the entire install. This is gonna be the wiring part. So we'll go ahead and wire all of the new air vents first, and then we'll go ahead and wire the positive and negative. Why don't we go ahead and start off with the air vents? What do you think?
That sounds good.
Time to identify our wires. Let us see which one is which. Hopefully it's all long enough, but we'll see. Something tells me this isn't gonna be long enough. Ugh.
Go.
It looks like this is gonna be for the drivers. Left side. So it's really hard to show on camera, but there's 2 Y pieces. One of them short, one of them's long, and the other one is pretty equal. I'm guessing this is for the passenger side. The short one here is probably gonna go here on this left driver side. The longer one is gonna go to still the driver's side on the right of the steering wheel, and then we're gonna fish the other ones through. So why don't we go ahead and install, and then I'll explain it. But why don't you can always take a screenshot or pause the video at this point so you can see. I'm gonna refer to them collectively as short Y, regular Y. Does that sound good?
Sound good.
So one of the tools that might come in handy, it's not absolutely necessary, is this fishing tool that I've had for at least 20 years. Basically, it has a plunger on one side. Whenever you press the plunger, a claw comes out and grabs a wire as you go. So this is really nice to fish through the vehicle or through walls in the house or anything that kind of allows you to go from one side, grab the wire and pull it towards the other side. Now it's an invaluable tool. I'll put it in the Amazon shop, but you definitely don't need this for this install. But what I'm gonna do is just from down here, I'm gonna fish this over. Just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the wire with the long Y, and then we're gonna go ahead and fish that through. So here's a rough outline. The one with the short Y I think goes here, long Y goes there, and then the two ones, the Y with the same length, I guess it's gonna go here. We can kind of put this somewhere in the middle, and then it reaches both. I think this makes the most sense. What do you think, Ollie?
I think so.
So now all that's left is we just have to fish this wire through. Once we have it all fished from behind the dashboard, which should take a couple minutes, we'll pop on all the vents, close that side, and then we'll work on the wiring. Should be only a few more minutes after that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And there he is.
Cool thing is, I got the first one through. Time to keep fishing it forward. Almost there.
Fishing for some fishies.
Fishing for some fishermans.
I guess no fisherman needed for that one.
Wow, how satisfying. Look at that. What do you think?
It's coming along.
Not too bad, huh?
Not too bad at all.
Now this is the short Y. Just fishing it up to this one right here. The driver's side vent. And here it is. Cool. That is 3 of 4. So a little bit of a road bump, but not too big of a deal. The Y that has the equal length connectors, one of them will reach, the other one will not. I suspect it's because we're not removing the dashboard and we're not able to directly connect the two. But the nice thing that I do notice is underneath the wrapping, it looks like it goes to one side and then it goes to another. So just very carefully here, we're gonna just cut the cover. And then we could adjust it, you know, as long as this thing decides to cut. It doesn't cut.
Okay, should I go get more scissors?
Yes, please. Oh, there we are. So what I'm gonna do is unwrap as far as it'll let me, and it looks like this is as much as it's gonna give actually. So let's see if we can make this work. And bottom line is, you could always make it work. You would just have to splice and connect like 6 of these wires. It looks like there's a total of 4 wires. Not the end of the world, but honestly, it would be nice if they would just include a little more redundant wiring or just labeling in general. It's possible we didn't do this the right way, but it seems like this is probably the most logical way to do it. So why don't we give it another shot?
Dogs! These guys came to join. Ruby! Hi, buddy. Ruby! So it looks like Greg figured it out with the use of his handy dandy headlamp.
Straight from Amazon. Link will be in the description below. I just discovered this thing and man, this is game changing.
All right, why don't you show them the cables?
All right, we got 1, 2, and 3 you could see over there. And 4 is right there. And number 4 is hiding in there. We got all 4, and the way we did it is we used the short Y over here, long Y over there, and that side was the dual Ys. That is actually what I had thought of initially. That is what I said first.
Who's asking? Dogs! Grandmamas! Hi! He said it first. Hi. Okay.
Boom, Jeep dog. On with the install. So at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop these in. We're gonna plug them in, pop them in, and close this side and work towards the driver's side, closing things as we go, just to kind of move along in the install. Now again, it's such a simple install. I'm very happy that we're able to do it without removing the dash. I know you are too, Aline. So why don't we go ahead and make this first connection? You are the father.
What? All right.
Now we're gonna just tuck that out of the way. Now it only goes in one way, so we're gonna rotate it until it pops in. Luckily for us, it's labeled top. Pops right in, and then we rotate, and it clicks. I heard the click. Aline, did you hear the click?
I heard that click.
And that is in place. Wow. That looks insane. You are not the father. You...
Okay, this commentary's a little off, babe.
Okay, are the father. The same way we're gonna find the top, put it at about 11 o'clock, and then rotate until you hear it pop. You heard that?
I did.
Boom.
Wow.
Guess what joke I'm gonna make?
You are not the father. Are, not are. Tuck it away.
Find the top. From this to this.
Bum, 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 bum. Sound effects?
All right. All I did was I fished this wire from the side. I went ahead and I cleaned the plastic down here. Let's go ahead and take off this double.
Series of unfortunate events. Dobie just got stung by a bee while Greg was explaining the color and the stickers and all, cleaning all the dust and all that good stuff. So back to the install, little frazzle, but he's okay. Got that stinger out. All right, come on, Greg. Put that glove box back in. No tools necessary.
Thank you, Jeep.
Wow, look at the vents. Nice.
So all we're left with are two wires. One is the positive wire, which goes all the way to the battery. And the other is the ground wire, which comes with a tip just like this. All you have to do is find any body mount screw, which for our purposes, we can go ahead and use any of these over here. And just unscrew it, pop this in, and then you have your ground, and then just run this through all the way to the engine bay. Now there is a small little hole through the firewall, which is how we've wired everything through. So we're just gonna go ahead and using that same strategy, we're gonna do that, run it across the grill, run it across the front cowl, and pop it right onto our battery. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeeze. Greg is up there, just doing some fishing. Caught it. Got him. All right, he fished it through. Now time to swing it around.
Swing it around town.
For those of you that didn't know, one of the first things we did when we bought the Jeep was pop out these vents and spray paint the trim red to match the body of the Jeep. Honestly, it lasted about 6 years without any chips Looks pretty good, but we are definitely ready for an upgrade as Greg is up in the Jeep threading that wire. Cut, strip, crimp.
We already have a connector here we're gonna just go ahead and utilize.
There you have it, guys. Check out how sleek these vents look. I actually think they look great. The color looks perfect. Greg's putting that side panel back on, closing up shop. I love it.
So the install is totally complete.
That's a wrap.
Why don't we go ahead and fast forward to the night shots and walk you through all the different modes. There's 3 buttons on the controller. I don't think it means there's 3 colors. I think there's a lot more than 3 colors. I think they just mean to cycle through the lights and one of them turns it off. Now one thing that we did have to do was tap it into our fuse box. If you haven't seen the fuse that we use, it's called a fuse tap. It's in our Amazon shop. Fuse tap in our Amazon shop.
Tap, 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 tap in.
To your fuse. So that way when you turn the key, that's when they turn on. So that when the vehicle is off, they don't remain on the entire time. So you don't manually have to turn it off every single time. Now the beauty of that system is we already had one in place. We use it for our headlights. Check out that video if you want more information about the fuse tap. Just plugs into the fuse and has a wire out of it. It's pretty much all it is. So we did that. We could tell that it works, but you can't really see it because it's really bright outside. It's 100 degrees out if you can't tell from the sweat. So why don't we go ahead and fast forward to the nighttime shots and we'll see you in a minute. All right, nighttime shots. Let us see the vents. Oh shoot. That is so cool. What do you think, Arlene?
I love it.
They are so nice. You get to choose your color, or you remain in the color changing mode. I do like this color a lot.
How absolutely insane does that look, you guys? I honestly could not be more thrilled with this install. It was quick, it was easy, definitely plug and play, and completely upgraded my interior. So if you're in the market, again, read the description below. We have a 10% off coupon
for Amazon ship.
Came French real quick. Coupon for you guys. Aside from that, thank you all for coming along for the ride. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Garage Couple. If you like what you saw here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, here we go. And turn on your notifications so you don't miss a beat.
It's getting a little rusty there, huh?
It's hot. You told
Rusty's Auto Parts.
It's hot. Tap, tap, tap in.